Welcome to Business Time, the main stage for your business.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of Business Time. And today, if you are parents trying to get your kids the best affordable education, or you are working professionals trying to get your own higher degree, this is the conversation for you. I want to say hi to Vin Fernandez. Hey, Vin.
Hi, Elias. How are you?
Great.
Nice to meet you.
First of all, thank you so much for coming here. I want just to introduce you. You are the founder of Spade Institute.
Yes.
It's an online school that provides a lot of help around the education through all its ages, from kindergarten to higher and doctorate even. That's which is amazing. We're going to talk about your magnificent institute. But before all of that, me and you talked a lot before this interview, and I know that you have a very interesting story, with you and education and your own education. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you even got to this world of education.
Okay. So my name is Vin Fernandez. I have been here in the UAE for almost a decade now. I started here for my career as an HR. However, I didn't find it really like something that I can do forever. So I found myself that I wanted to do a mission in life, which is actually I find it to be on the education sector. So after being an HR, I jumped into working in a university in Garhoud, and I found out that I believe that I need to be in the education sector because I wanted to give the quality of education to people or students in the UAE, at the same time affordable ones. So something that they don't have to sell their liver so that they can study and get a degree or their K-12 program. So I have been here with a mission, basically, of wanted to help most of our fellow Filipinos, and not only that, but other nationalities as well, not only Filipinos. So I opened up Spade Institute of Management. Okay, so as of now, I'm running the whole operations on my own, and I have my team, and I have an office in Dubai as well. We are growing very fast. That's why I would like to thank you for this opportunity to actually share the platform to tell everybody about how great the service and the education is actually. As of now, my goal is simple, okay, to make Spade somehow, okay, the best online school that people from traditional schools wants to do, okay, and to see that it has a very big advantage as well, not only financially but also in terms of quality of education.
Amazing. So we'll talk a lot about Spade Institute in this interview, but I just wanted before of that to ask you, how were you as a kid in school? How was your life at school were?
Way back when I was in school, I am a person who doesn't believe much in academics because, to be honest, I'm not really good in academics. I'm a middle, performer.
You're the middle student.
Yeah, mid-performer student. I'm not even at the top academic or whatsoever, but all I can say is that when I went to the corporate world, okay, as a young kid, I still remember the activities and the co-curriculars that I have done in the past and how I did it versus my academics. So let's be practical here. Like if I ask you certain subjects and certain things about your subjects, which I believe you don't remember until now anymore, But if I ask you, what are your activities back then? Okay, like did you play basketball? Did you play football? Whatsoever? Did you join the choir? Or whatsoever it is. So these are things that you remember. Now, the thing is that as a kid as well, I always wanted to have this kind of education that is actually, it's a bit balanced. Like academics and co-curriculars, where we actually learn skills versus academics. So I wanted to have that, it's what was my dream actually to have a school. That's why I pursued it now. It's because I wanted to see myself on that place wherein I'm successful with my mission. At the same time, I was able to perform my dream or, fulfill my dream actually. So yeah, as a young kid as well, I always believe that not all those people who are good in academics are the one who become successful in life.
Yeah, sometimes it's even the opposite.
Yes,
because being not successful at school helps them motivate themselves to become much better professionals on their professional life. But I want to ask you, in addition to that, you're speaking a lot about the mission, and I really, really like it because, because people sometimes when they open a business, they think about the money, think about the revenue, think about all of that, and you are in a mission. You're not in a business, which I really, really appreciate it. And I know that that Spade Institute helps a lot of kids, of unfortunate kids who can't get and education. So tell me a little bit about that, about your mission on that way. I know that some of your revenue is going to help other kids that really can't afford even your affordable prices.
Yes, correct. Okay. About the mission, Elias. First of all, I want to tell all the business owners out there. Okay, if you open your business, okay, do not focus on the revenue and the profit, because if your business is a non, what do you mean? What do you mean is that there's no mission on it, like there's no purpose of it. I don't think it will be really successful. Okay, but if you have a mission for your business, like helping others, changing the society, innovating technology, all of these things, and you focus on your mission, and one day you'll just see your bank and all the money is there, and that's what's happening with me right now, and I didn't realize that until I just look at the bank account and I was like, what happened? Okay, but all my time in my office, I was just focusing on helping, entertaining parents, all this, blah, blah, blah. So now for the mission of Spade, okay, this is not a business. This is not just any school. It's actually a global mission that I wanted to fulfill, and I wanted to spread out the kindness, okay, because the thing is that the first mission is that, of course, equality. We don't want a McDonald's type of education. When we say that you have to study here, then you really have to study. We check your assessments and whatsoever. However, we also check your activities, your co-curriculars. Okay, so it has to be balanced. So we commit to the parents and to the students, okay, that you will not graduate from Spade just being qualified. I always believe that people should be competent when you graduate, and not only like, I have a degree. Yes, you are qualified, but the question is that, can you do the job for us? So we want you to be more competent rather than qualified. There's a lot of qualified people outside, but believe me, if you ask them to do some tasks, they cannot do it at all, okay? The second mission is that every student that enrolls in Spade, okay, every 10 students who enrolls with us, there's one scholar that is being granted in the Philippines. So those students that we grant the scholarships are not the intelligent students. We want the students who are just motivated to study, but they cannot because of financial problems. So what we do is we pay for the whole year of the tuition fee. Or if not, if there's no tuition fee because, let's say, public school, government monetized, whatsoever, we give them academic support, wherein we give them financial support to buy the needs that they need to. So that's the second mission. So for everybody who wants to learn from us, it's not only like learning only. It's also like supporting other people as well.
Amazing. So it's like you're doing two in one, right? You're helping your own kids, and you're also helping some other kid who needs that. And can you please share with me a story of a scholar like that, when you change his life through education?
Yeah. We do have our first scholar actually is a very good story, because this lady, this small little girl actually is not capable. The parents are not capable of sending her anymore because there's 3 of them. And the thing is that the parents lost their jobs and stuff. So the mom approached me and, Vin, we need your help because we wanted to send our girl for school and all this, blah, blah. So it has a process. Okay, it has a process, but we need to do interviews, Zoom interviews, because they're in the Philippines, so basically. So we just asked the student. And I found out that this young little girl is a consistent honor student. So, of course, I don't want that opportunity for this girl not to, go to school just because of money. So we supported this girl by paying her whole tuition fee for the whole year and giving her also academic support for allowances. Okay, until now, she's studying and she's doing great at school. And the thing is that she's very thankful about it, that she always tells us that when I grow up, I want to be a teacher like you. Then what I told her, no. Okay, it's 2 things. Either you become a teacher like me, or you become a business owner and spread the kindness that Spade did to you. Okay, so I want you to open your own school someday. Okay, and also help other kids in the future.
Amazing. So you're spreading the kindness forward, which is amazing. I want to ask you about one of the main things about this mission is about the price. Being able to send, whether it's in UAE or all over the world, because I know you have students in Spain and in Japan and all over the world. Correct. But prices of school, especially here in the UAE and the Middle East and the Gulf, are very, very expensive. Yeah. And a lot of workers come from all over the world to work in the UAE, bringing their families in, and they can't afford the tuition. How how is it even possible that a kid, 6, 7, 8 years old can get his own education, his own school? So how does it even possible, stuff like that? And about your amazing mission regarding that. So you are helping kids that has no option of getting their own education and be successful at life, getting education in such a high competitive prices.
Yeah. Okay, for us in Spade, actually, to be honest, since we are an online school, Elias, okay, the prices of our fees will not be as high as, of course, the traditional school. So we became actually, again, going back to the mission, a help to all the parents and all the students in the Middle East, even the working professionals who wants to study, okay, to afford it because it's online. So in online, we don't really pay the venues, the campuses, whatsoever. We just pay the curriculum and the school and all whatsoever. So it's way too like 5 times lower than the normal traditional schools, So it's affordable in a way, and like what I said, it's we are also open for installments whatsoever. So like parents can really like literally like afford it in a monthly basis. So if you're working in a salary range of 3 to 5 thousand dirhams. Oh, definitely our school's perfect for you. Okay. We also have ways on how to actually most of the parents or most of the students, their problem is the socialization. So we do have ways on how to actually get your kid to socialize, to meet people, okay, to cover that gap. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a question probably a lot of parents have, like if it's an online school, it's only in Zoom, my kid won't
Yes,
meet new
yes.
friends.
Correct.
He won't get socialized, which is a
Correct.
big part of school.
Correct.
So how do you do it?
So for us, we do have what we call a mandatory co-curricular. So we do ask the parents to do a mandatory activity with their kids. So either, for example, for this month, okay, for example, the co-curricular is sports. Okay, so you as a parent, your obligation is to enroll your kid to a sports school, to a basketball camp, to a volleyball camp, to a cricket camp, whatever it is. Okay. However, if just in case that you cannot afford it, okay, simple. You just have to buy an equipment, a ball in some store. Okay, go to a free park, play with your kid, ask some kids to play with you guys, and just grade your son and just grade your daughter. Okay, that's already fulfilling the requirement, the mandatory thing. So that in that way, actually, the kids will be able to socialize with other people, and of course, not to mention the best part about it is that spending time with their parents. A lot of kids forgot, or a lot of parents forgot already how to socialize with their kids as well, because most of the time, traditional schools, when we were back in school, we go to school like 8 in the morning, we finish around 4 or 5 p.m. or 3 p.m. It's like 7 hours, 8 hours in school. When we reach home, we do have our assignments. We have to do our projects. So again, under the school thing, then after that, you're tired. Then you miss out to talk to your parents. So no communication with the parents. So one of the advantages, I believe, in online school is that you have more time spending with your parents, of course with your new friends, of course with yourself as well as a student. You get to learn more skills, you get to to play more sports. Okay, so these are things that I believe that can actually close that question that, oh, my kid cannot go for socialization or whatsoever. No, actually they have more time this time for socialization. All you have to do as a parent is to initiate it.
Yeah, you need to be the motivation
Yes.
for the kid, and you also grade it, and it becomes part of his curricula, which
Definitely.
is amazing. And also, I want to talk about the quality of education, because you mentioned it here before. You and I, both of us, went to school where we had 30 or 40 kids in class.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
here on Spade Institute, it's a little bit different, right?
Yes, it's a bit different because the thing is that for our online classes, it's the ratio of the student to the teacher is not that much. Like for one teacher, we only have 4 maximum students. Okay, why? Because the purpose is that I don't believe in 1:40 people, even in face to face. Maybe your teacher cannot even remember your name, or maybe they call you by class numbers or whatsoever. Okay.
Because I was a problematic kid, they always knew my name. Yeah, that's not a problem for me.
Yeah, for me that time I was invisible. Believe me, I don't. My teachers don't even know my name. they just called me. Oh, you fat kid, come here. They were like, okay, fine. So that's how it works. But for us, it's one teacher into 4 students. So the teacher can be able to focus on the students actually one by one. We also have personalized academic advisor, meaning per student. Like for example, I'm the student. I have one advisor to tell me what needs to be done, what are the things you're missing, what are the things you need to submit, all this. When it comes to quality, we're also actually very particular with grades. I'm very proud that the last batch that we handled last year, most of the students, the lowest GPA was 90%, and the highest was 97. So we never had students below 90, because the thing is that we actually focus on them. When we see the grades are going down, we immediately call the parents. We call the attention. Dear ma'am, sir, okay, the performance is not doing well. Okay, we need to do this, this, this. So we plan ahead. Okay, so this is what we do. So the students, they don't get bombarded or pressured with with the school, but at least they have a plan of what needs to be done.
And someone listens to them and check out their grade, because sometimes I feel that, from a lot of stories, it's not always about the school. When we have lower grades, it's something about other things in life.
Yes, correct.
So somebody else, like we talked about a little bit before about the mental health of kids,
Yes.
which in these days is not very good. So how does Spade Institute helps that?
Okay, for Spade Institute of Management, not only for the kids, but for all the degree holders or degree candidates we have what we call an open counseling session, okay, for everybody, that is free. Okay, so all they have to do is to book a schedule with us, with a counselor, which is actually me as well. So what we do is we actually help them to cope up with the things that they're actually facing. So we are very particular with most of the things that we encountered recently will be anxiety and depression. So for me, I am actually a cognitive behavior therapist. So I do help people with anxiety and depression as well. So I have encountered a lot of our kids who are surprisingly just quiet in one corner, but deep inside them, they're actually facing all of these things. So what we do is we constantly do the counseling for them so that they can be able to fight these things, okay, for them to be able to cope up with online school. And a lot of them also was actually, they were bullied at school. So most of them, actually. That's why they transferred to online school. And we are trying to help them to be able to go back to where they belong, actually, and to make them feel that you do make a difference. Okay, so again, that's another mission. Okay, so most of our mission actually is like helping these people, not actually like getting their profit or their tuition fees. It's not about that. It's about making the person whole in general. So like what I told you, they have to be competent. They have to be mentally stable, mentally fit, okay, healthy and whatsoever. Of course, the mission is that, of course, they have to also continue the mission of Spade of helping other people. So it's in a general term, okay. It's not just any business, like what I said. It's something like helping these people cope up with mental health and everything.
Amazing. And also, as you mentioned, it's about giving education to kids who has no other opportunity of
Yes.
getting education. So maybe you can share me some more like stories of kids that went to Spade School and they got their education, maybe for the first time in their life. We spoke about something like that yesterday.
I have helped recently a student from Saudi Arabia. The student never actually stepped at all in school. As in, this kid literally, like, when I checked the age, he should be actually grade 11. But he never actually stepped even kinder 1 or kinder 2 or grade 1. No, nothing. So what we did was we helped this kid to be able to going back to the right track. So we tried to fill up the gap years. When you say gap years, all the years that was missing. Okay, we tried to help this kid, and actually now we enrolled him successfully in grade 11. Okay, so he took some tests that he could be able to, that we can check out if he can actually survive grade 11. So he passed and everything. So now he's studying with us. And the good thing, the mom was crying because all this time, the mom never the mom never had a school that will accept the kid. Okay, because of the gap years, all the schools refused. But for Spade, no. We like what I told you, we are going to help them, okay, cope up whatever they need to help to do. Like I have kids now this year, this batch, okay, on this coming school year 2020, 2024, 2025. There's a lot of kids with gap years, like stop from the pandemic from 2020 up to 2024. They were not doing anything. So I was like, what happened? Because it stopped. Nobody wants to accept us because it's too late, blah, blah, blah. So we became like a solution for everybody. So I told all the parents now that every time that you have kids like this, okay, just let us know. Okay, whatever it is, we can help you. We can be able to help you to enroll whatsoever. In the Philippines, I have 7 now. So 7 students means 70 new enrollees. Okay, so recently I asked my employees in the Philippines to meet them one by one to give them the financial support and all. And like what I've said, everybody was very thankful about it. And I told the people in the Middle East that, hey, okay, like what I've said, you are helping all of these kids. And every time that you pay your tuition fee, always remember it's for yourself and for that one person who's actually expecting us to help them.
Amazing,
Okay.
amazing.
So
Such an amazing initiative. And
yeah.
also, I want to mention for the parents that hear us now about the curriculum. Can you just explain us a little bit what the kids learn, what type of subjects, what
Okay.
type of things, in
Alright.
what type of curriculum? Because there are, each curriculum for any country.
Yes,
So,
correct.
so can you just
Okay.
elaborate on that?
For our Kinder 1 to grade 12 students, we do have what we call two curriculums. Okay, the first one is Philippine curriculum, which is under the Department of Education. Spade actually is actually a recognized school in the Philippines to do all online distance learning. So there's a lot of schools who are not permitted to do so, but they're still doing it. But for us, we are actually recognized by the Philippine government. The next one is the U.S. curriculum. So the U.S. curriculum is actually a general curriculum for the whole world, basically. So it's like something like if you go for a U.S. curriculum, you can literally go to any country, then get your show your diploma and whatsoever, then they will accept it. So for this one, it's all online basically. You have to focus on the major subjects, okay, for this curriculums, which is math, English, science, social studies, world history, all of this. Okay, so it's actually not that difficult. If you're going to when we were in school, it seems like it's so difficult because it took us one whole year, okay, to actually study. But if you're going to check the whole curriculum of almost all the countries, you can actually finish it in just a few months. But that's the advantage of homeschooling and online distance learning. It's because that you have your own pacing, that you can actually learn the things on your own and stuff. Okay. Now for the other ones, for the degree holders, we are very famous. Actually, the Spade Institute of Management is very famous with the fast track bachelor's degree. We offer 1 year bachelor's degree only for students or for working professionals who have been working in the UAE or anywhere in the world, no, for 5 years and above.
Let's talk a little bit about that because, as you said, it's a very special track
Yes.
in Spade, where if you started your BA, let's say your bachelor degree for 1 or 2 years, and then you had to stop because you had to work
Yes.
or stuff like that, and now you are working 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and you have no time to complete it, you can come to Spade and finish your degree in 1 year
Yes, in 1 year or less.
or less.
Okay, yeah. So how do we do it? Simple. Okay, the program is actually what we call an equivalency program. So meaning what it does is actually it looks at your work experience. So if you are working in, let's say, in the media industry for quite some time and you're taking mass communication for your course, what the university will do is they will slash out the courses or the topics that already is relevant to what you do. So you don't have to go back to them. Okay. And if you have taken a few units as well on your former college, they will also slash that out. That's the reason why it's 1 year or less. So if you have more than 5 years of experience, let's say you have 15 years of experience and you are doing the relevant job to the course that you wanted, so you might be able to take it in 7 months, 8 months only. Okay. So now the classes are on the weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, or Sunday, once a week. You don't have to spend too much time on it. Okay, but what's important for us is you submit the requirements that we need: projects, researches, presentations. Okay, all of these things are very important. Okay, and a lot of people actually are enrolling right now for the bachelor's degree because because the Middle East suddenly demanded for a bachelor's degree. I know you've heard of that, for promotions. Okay, if you want to be on the management level, supervisor, whatsoever, if you want that visa, you need now their minimum requirement is a bachelor's degree. So now the Middle East is slowly evolving, to a better state, like being like first world area regions like US, Western, whatsoever, blah blah blah. Okay, now Middle East is doing the same thing right now. So now we are again the mission is to help these students to be able to get their bachelor's degree, okay, immediately. Okay, and not only that, because Spade has actually a program, Elias, what we call it's a recalibration program, meaning, okay, besides the academics, we also teach our students in a degree, okay, certain professional skills that is already free, okay, included on their fees already. We teach them certain topics that they can use on the corporate world. Okay, for example, if you take BSBA major in human resource management, they teach you all the academics, okay, the theories, history of HR, whatsoever it is. For Spade, we also teach you the skills that you need in the corporate world. Okay, so for example, if I am the HR, you are applying for me as an HR. Okay, you graduated from this university HR. Okay, my question to you is that do you know how to make an offer letter? Oh, it was not taught in school. Okay. So for us, we teach you how to do everything. Okay. To prepare everything, how to be an HR, how to do this, how to do that. So same thing. So now, again, going back to my mission, I want people to be more competent than qualified. In the human resource department, we see people when you apply for a job, we see people who are competent. We look for the skills. Secondary will be the university. We don't normally ask you, okay, you're applying for this job. Okay, what's your university? We don't do that. Okay, we normally ask you your professional background. Okay, can you do this? Can you use Microsoft Excel? Can you use pivot table? Can you do this? Okay, these are questions that normally academics cannot answer.
Yeah, and this is what really is really unique about Spade, because you are first of all and foremost giving them the tools to be a better working professionals.
Yeah.
And not only, sometimes when I studied politics and on university, and I learned a lot about the theories of politics and not about real politics. And we never went to the parliament, for one day. So it's really it's a great way to look at the education.
Yeah.
And I want to also ask you about that, about the fact that people in the UAE right now require education and require good education for their kids. I want to also come back to that because it's such a big thing that kids here sometimes don't do anything in their life. They just play out. And their parents are going to work maybe 12, 14 hours a day, tedious works, and they never get education and they get left behind. Okay. So, and I'm hearing about your mission. So can you tell us a little bit more about those kids you helped not walk around on a 8, 10, 11 a.m. and get their own school and get their own future in life?
All right. Normally, for our students, what we normally do for them is that for them not to waste the excess time is that we give them activities and we suggest things that they should do. Actually, like what I told you, kids nowadays are a bit different because comparing the academics before during our time or my time, okay, compared to now, like what I told you during the pre-interview, that most of the kids now, if you tell them, okay, what are the different kinds of animals, the kids will tell you, teacher, we don't want that. We want something like what are the top 10 most dangerous animals. They do that, and the thing is that for them not to be able to waste their time, okay, during the time that the parents are out, we ask them to do certain things or activities that they do research and all. We ask them to we teach them how to use the resources actually, okay, and we actually for Spade we do have a sports school as well. So our sports school is basically like of course volleyball, badminton, basketball. We ask the students to come and join us, okay, play, okay, meet new friends if you want to, of course no bullying, okay, but meet new friends, enjoy the sports, okay, meet these things, okay. We also have partner schools that offer other activities as well, such as entrepreneurship activities, wherein the kids are being taught how to do baking, how to do early entrepreneur things already, so that they can be able to understand. So we inform the parents about it, and we tell them that, okay, instead of doing your time like all in the office, you should be able to also give time and check your kids as well. So, dear parents, these are the activities that you can actually do for them. Okay, so either you enroll if you have money, if not, do it on your own. Okay, spend time with your kids and all. And a lot of kids now, actually, some of them they just focus on digital, like YouTube, internet, whatsoever. So I think that's not also so much of a good thing because it removes the natural learning of a person just focusing on digital. So like what I've said, that's why we prepare everybody to go out and do your stuff and other activities.
Amazing. I want to get back also to the higher education. We spoke a little bit about your BA in 1 year, but I know that if someone never had higher education before, you can help him get a BA, MA, even doctorate. So can you please tell us in what subjects do you do it?
Okay, for our bachelor's degree, for the fast track, we have mostly all the courses will be on the business side. Okay, we also have courses in the IT sector. Okay, information technology, computer science, programming, all this. We do have courses also in, of course, hotel restaurant management online as well. Okay, we do have a partner university in London who also gives an online education. Okay, but only 2 courses, very important courses: software engineering, and we have digital business marketing, which is, well, in demand right now.
Exactly.
What we're doing right now, this is digital business marketing. Okay, so we do have those. We do have masters in business administration as well, which is in MBA with thesis or without thesis. If you're not a person who's really fond of doing thesis, then choose it on thesis. We also have doctorate in business administration, all this. And so we do have the 1 year fast track bachelor's degree, okay, for working Filipinos and for working professionals as well. If you are not a working professional, let's say you just graduated for grade 12, okay, we also have the online normal bachelor's degree, which is 4 years online, okay, or even 3 years. Depends on your pacing if you want to finish it early. So an online MBA, online degree. We also have professional training development, okay, courses. So these are courses that we actually teach specific skills to entrepreneurs or to even to employees. Okay, if a person wants to improve on social media advertising, we do have courses for those as well. So like social media ads, advertising, Facebook, YouTube, whatsoever. So we do that as well. So basically, we are all around school who has everything. Not to mention that we have a sports school as well. So it's mostly online. Okay, and again, for the fees, very affordable. You can even imagine that the range for the monthly installments will be not even more than 500 dirhams. So I believe that someone can actually save money, not go to shopping first for 1 year and actually study. What the problem with the people now is that they forgot that, okay, I think I need to spend this money for education rather than going shopping for the meantime. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but I think that what you're saying and the offer you have and the school you have here really gives the opportunity for almost everyone to get school and good education for their kids.
Correct.
And it's a really amazing mission, hearing the scholarships you give, hearing your way of thinking, hearing your way of learning and teaching. And I think it's really inspiring, first of all, as a business owner, to hear stuff like that from you. And of course, that everyone that watches us, whether if you are a parent or working professional, I'm sure that you can find the right education here. Vin Fernandez, it's been a great pleasure speaking to you, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for the opportunity, Elias. And I wish that this platform will be, of course, you'll be continuing the whole thing so that we can actually educate everyone who's listening to you, your followers or whatsoever. And thank you for the opportunity as well for sharing my mission here. I hope that people will be starting to realize, oops, this is a nice one. This is a good one. Let's support this mission.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I wish you and Spade Institute a lot of success and growing all over the world. And thank you very much again for being here.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for listening to us. Have a good time. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Welcome to Business Time, the main stage for your business.